Hi everybody, it's Brian. I'm back again to show you my latest new toy. This is the eFly 100C2 6-channel 2.4 GHz radio from Arctech. I was acquiring a whole bunch of new models, and I wanted a radio that would be able to I'd be able to use with that. So I picked this up, a nice inexpensive radio that comes with a lot of stuff. The radio itself comes with a rechargeable battery charger, so it's a nickel metal hydride system, and then just a charging jack on the side. Charges it up while it's plugged in. 3 9-gram servos, the receiver obviously, neck strap, computer simulator cable, the FMS flight simulator software, some how-to videos on that, and what else? A little red flag for the antenna, if you like to put little flags on your antenna. As I mentioned, it's 6-channel, and it's a fully featured radio. It has the full functions like Expo, dual rates, endpoint adjustments, sub trim, and what else here? A couple of mixes, and there's 5 different model types on there, which essentially means you've got 3 airplane model types and 2 helicopter models. The 3 airplane model types are just a regular standard one, and also a V-tail model or a delta wing model. That's just how that mixes the ailerons and the elevators, or the elevator and the rudder, depending on that. For the helicopter models, it's got a CCPM and then another non-CCPM style. One last point, this has also 5 model memories, so you can store 5 different models in there. Bit of a tip, and a lesson I learned the hard way, is save your work before you turn it off. So if you make a change to a model, save that model. It won't automatically do it for you. It'll save you a lot of time. So let's have a look and see how it programs. Okay, let's just run through some of the functions of this radio. I just turn it on. First thing that happens is you get the timer. You can see there's the voltage setting right there, and we're ready to go. How this works is there's 2 buttons on the left-hand side here. As you can see, if I zoom in a little bit, there's the top one is the menu, and the bottom one is the sub-menu. So the big one controls which higher group menu, and then the bottom one obviously the smaller one. On the right hand side you get your choices. There's yes is up, no down, and then left and right to go through choices. So I'll be referring to those as I go through. So first thing we'll do is just go through the first menu. If you click on menu, it goes through first A1, so that's aircraft type, and that's a standard aircraft, and that's model 1. So now I'm into the top menu. I just want to go into the sub menu. I can save it, load it, and it goes into yes, it's loaded. If I click through right, it goes through the different types of models. And if we go to the next menu, so we click on the menu button, we go into the channel reverse, and this is just to reverse channels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it gives you an indication right here. It shows that channel 1 is reversed, but none of the other ones are. This is the AC model, and I had to reverse the ailerons. Everything else worked just fine. And there's no sub-menu to that. So the next menu we have is called Set, and that is all the major settings like dual rates and Expo. If I hit the sub button, I go into the first one, which is the dual rates, and it says dual rates 1. 1 is for the channel that it's on. So right now it shows 53%, and that means that if I get out of the 3D settings, so there's normal and 3D here, that it will go to 53% of what the normal setting would be. And that's for channel 1. Channel 2 I don't have any dual rates set up on, and channel 4. So there's only dual rates for 1, 2, and 4, and that is your aileron, elevator, and rudder. You don't want any dual rates set up on your throttle, obviously, and flaps or gyro or whatever. So those are the only channels they have dual rates on. And it just goes back through, so pretty straightforward. Hit sub again, and it goes to the Expo. I've got 70% Expo set up on the ailerons, 50% on the elevators, and 25 on the rudders. Again, it's only channel 1, 2, and 4. These are for your major flight control surfaces. Submenu goes to the endpoints. This is your endpoints, so I don't have any set up in the aileron or elevator. Minus would be the left, plus be the right. I'm just saying left or right is kind of arbitrary. For channel, -2, +2, so that's either the low and high endpoints for channel 2, and channel 3, the high and low endpoints for that. And it has it for 1, 2, 3, 4, all the channels here. And that, as you can see, I've made a setting on channel 4 so that my rudder doesn't hit the elevator. And then channel 5 and channel 6. So you can set it for all of your channels, the endpoints there. Next submenu is the gyro channel, and that's the up or down, and that'd be for flaps. So it's D for down and U for up. And that's it for your the set menu. If you go to the next one, that's your mix. And this is on the airplane. There's different ones for the helicopter, and I'll go through that in a second. Essentially, there's just I haven't played with this, but essentially there's 2 mixes, mix 1, mix 2, and if you set these up, it'll let you set up a master channel and a slave channel to set those up. Next menu is the plus menu, and these are a couple extra features. This one here shows if you can look up here as I move these around, it gives you an idea of what your control movements are. Really interesting for troubleshooting some whatever, you know, the control movements before you actually hook it up to the model. Go to the next submenu, back. That's the backup, the factory settings. So you don't want to use this unless you want to erase everything in there. This is the sub trim, or so I've got some sub trim set up on these models here. And again, you can adjust the sub trim on all of your channels just by going left and right. If I want to make a change to this, I just go up and down. And that's the same for anything. The up and down button for making your adjustments. And then the final one is for the sub trim is left. That's the mode. This is the throttle on the left. If you want to change it to a mode 2, or sorry, mode 1 for whatever reason, you would just change this to a right, and then all you'd have to do is adjust. There's some screws on the back which engages the spring here and disengages that one. So there's nothing. You don't have to open it up to change it from a Model 1 to a Model 2. I'm just going to go now and load up a model. So save, load. I think I've got a CCPM helicopter in there, so I just want to say yes, and it's already in there. And I'll just show you the sub menu for that. So we've got a reverse one, set, and then there's the curve, and that lets you adjust your throttle curve. So your throttle settings. So these are the different points for your throttle. This is I've got just a straight linear throttle curve. It goes from 0 to 100% for normal mode. Go sub again. It goes pitch for that mode. And I got it starting at 50%, going up to 100% at the top. And then the 3D mode, flat throttle curve for that. And the pitch for the 3D curve, just straight linear, 0 to 100%. I haven't bound this to my helicopter yet. I just have it set up here just as a demonstration to you. So that's pretty much it. And that's how it works. Just menu, sub-menu, your selection yes or no, and then between your items with left and right over there. So pretty straightforward, and if you look in the manual, it has a nice diagram of where all these happen on the model. So that's a quick handy reference for when you're setting up your model. So that's it. This is the eFly 102C 2.4 GHz 6-channel radio from Artec. Lots of features. Reasonably easy to set up, a menu that makes sense once you've been through it once or twice, and lots of features, so pretty happy with this. I've already set it up with the Yak, which really makes that kind of a model come alive, you know, with the Expo setting and the dual rates and all that sort of thing, really make a 3D model work really well. And so really happy with this, and this is the Artec eFly 102C, available from SN Hobbies at snhobbies.com. Thanks for watching.